Russian opposition leader gets nomination for presidency. Hundreds of supporters of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny on Sunday endorsed him for the presidency and prepared to file his nomination with election officials, putting pressure on the Kremlin to allow him to run. In all his 18 years in power, Navalny is barred from running because of a criminal conviction that is largely viewed as political retribution. He could run if he gets a special dispensation or if the conviction is cancelled. Some 800 Navalny supporters on Sunday gathered for a formal endorsement meeting in a giant marquee on the snow-covered riverside in Moscow. The endorsement was observed by election authorities. Navalny's representative is to file the papers with the Election Commission later on Sunday in the same procedure that Putin, who is also running as an independent, should follow. Even though Russian law requires a candidate to submit an endorsement from just 500 people before he or she is allowed to collect the 1 million signatures required to get a place on the ballot paper, Navalny's supporters put a show of strength on Sunday. Outdoors endorsement gatherings took place in 19 other cities as well, from Vladivostok to St. Petersburg. Polling agencies show 80% support for Putin, which almost certainly guarantees him a win, but Navalny has managed to galvanize some of Russia's sleepiest regions with a year-long grassroots campaign. We have seen for ourselves this year that overwhelming support for authorities simply isn't there, Navalny told the gathering, flanked by his wife and children, in a U.S. election-like campaign speech. Although election officials are expected to accept Navalny's filing on Sunday, it's highly unlikely that they will let him on the ballot. Previews. Russian opposition leader says he's ready to sacrifice all running against Putin. Alexei Navalny has been jailed and attacked, but he keeps campaigning against Vladimir Putin in hopes of change. In an interview with Navalny said he was willing to sacrifice everything for my job and for the people who are surrounding me. I'm not going to let them down. Navalny said he's in fact used to being targeted. During my campaign, I spent every fifth day in the jail, he told Stahl. It's become a routine of my life. Many of the arrests are for holding rallies without permits that attract thousands of supporters. When 60 Minutes came to interview Navalny, he had just gotten out of jail and immediately took to the streets to hold a rally, again. His main message at these rallies, as he said at one, is Putin is a thief and the head of the entire corrupt system. Navalny said on Sunday he is confident he will win if he runs, and called on his supporters to boycott the vote if the authorities refuse to register him. We are not going to recognize this election, but we're not going to step aside either. There will be an all-Russian strike of voters, he said.